capital, it is woven into every district, every province. Before Choice Up you came, I explained some background of the 18th Amendment. We were together, and then NFC award, and then shifting of the resources, and the much bigger responsibility of provinces, and the current imbalance, of the fiscal space for the federal. This all I have, while waiting for you, I'll given my, ideas and my thoughts shared with honorable ladies and gentlemen here. So where digital Pakistan must begin? Let us turn our gaze to the future. A smarter digital Pakistan, which obviously our government is focusing. Prime Minister is putting a lot of hard work, and Professor Hassan Iqbal Sahab is giving a great help in this endeavor. But the truth is that digital Pakistan will begin with digital provinces. Obviously, as I said before, Honorable Hassan Iqbal Sahab came, because the federal government or Pakistan is the sum total of the 4 federating units plus capital territory. So if they do well, Pakistan will do well. If they do weak, Pakistan will do weak. It is all indicators, the sum total of the delivery of the 4 provinces. So I think we need to obviously focus on this thing: digital services, e-payments, real-time data, smart schools. They are no longer luxuries, they are necessities for a modern state. अब आजकल आपने पढ़ा होगा कि अब तो सैटेलाइट से इंटरनेट सर्विस और सारी चीज़ें compete हो रही हैं. West is taking the lead. Many actors are visited Pakistan recently. Obviously, East में भी कुछ बड़े जो players हैं, global powers. अभी जिनकी ये कह रहे थे मैं मीटिंग करके आया हूँ, तो वो भी obviously they are in the run. So we welcome all. But it is a digital race. It's a digital, something which one could not conceive few years back that it will be that fast. So we have to catch up the speed. Udaan Pakistan remind us, transformation begins not in the capital, as I said, but in communities. When a farmer in Bahawalpur accesses weather data on his phone, when a patient in Quetta has medical history of him and his family stored digitally in his phone, when a student in Skardu logs into a virtual classroom, this is when smarter Pakistan becomes a lived reality. Now this is what we should all aim at. Where resilience is built, we live in an age of cascading crisis. You have seen the recent tariff wars. The big powers are contesting. हमारे भी लोग कुछ पैनिक हुए थे. मेरी तो एडवाइस थी कि cool down, कोई फिक्र वाली बात नहीं है, because our peer competitors are also facing the same thing. हमें अगर 29 है तो नेक्स्ट डोर नेबर इंडिया को 27 है, बांग्लादेश को 38 है, वियतनाम को 48 है, और our peers with whom we compete, we are in the same. So its ultimate load is going to be the American consumer, and they have to pay. The importer will have to pay and pass on. So I smell, unless they take corrective action, inflation there, and inflation will lead to recession, and recession will obviously harm the global economies. So you see this big race is already there, and this pandemic which we saw, COVID, flood, 2022, heat wave, or any other calamity, the province is both the first responder and the final safeguard. You must have seen that federal government, Prime Minister on human grounds takes the very key role. You saw PDM government floods 2022, but the primary responsibility is that of the provinces. So unless they come up to the expectations and the requirement which are to be there to face the challenges and unfortunate calamities, you see, we will not be having the fair outcome. No matter how much the federal government would do, it will still be not enough. So National resilience is, as I said, not centralized. It is constructed district by district through capable and responsive provincial leaderships. We have now system, we have National Assembly, we have provincial assemblies. Obviously, we are working, and Professor Saab is contributing in that we have to further, down to the local bodies system. We have to make it active. Only then we'll be able to make these problems more handleable. National resilience, as I said, need to be handled. Now, where inclusion becomes real, let us speak of justice and inclusion. Not as slogans, but as deliverables. Provinces are closest to the people realities. They know the languages, the customs, the disparities. They are the best positioned to empower women and girls, support marginalized communities, uplift persons with disabilities, and celebrate a rich ethnic and religious diversity. True inclusion does not trickle down unless they all are united and has a common approach. Otherwise, again, there will be inequalities. Where innovation is born, let's talk about that. Innovation often begins where the challenges are greatest. That's why they say that challenges bring opportunities with them. So we may look to federal institutions for leadership, but many of Pakistan's bolder reforms have to begin in the provinces. A digital agriculture platform in KP, a climate adaptation initiative maybe in Sindh. They had huge losses. The flash floods 2022, they're still doing a lot of great work. Restoration of schools, building of houses. Federal government has been hand-holding. Professor Saab in his ministry has been preparing and processing for up to CTWP the projects, and ethnic, we have been handling and approving those projects. So we, as a team, we have been working to do what the best we can. A school reform pilot in Gilgit. Innovation starts at the edges, and when it works, it must be scaled. We must support these efforts, learn from them, and replicate success. And share our experience. When I say share our experience, mean the provinces should share their experience. So with the federal government and with each other. A call to action. So what must we do collectively and immediately? There are a few suggestions. Number one, focus on our provinces urgently and directly, where services are delivered and development begins. Number two, empower local innovation. Support what works, whether it's girls' school, model in Hunza, or a tech incubator in Multan. We must empower local innovation. Number three, digitize every province. Federal government has reached to a great degree of digitization at a very high level, alhamdulillah. From village to valley, brings services online, make data-driven decisions, and ensure no one is left behind. Number four, build resilience locally. Every community must be equipped to prepare, respond, and recover. After floods 2022 and the global climate actors, the defenders and the contributors and the financiers, they all agreed that what is called 4RF. So the resilience is the core element of the future constructions, so that these fault lines, which are natural, which are there, which are to repeat off and on and bring havocs, need to be at least preempted and should And this is why most of the projects which, the flood-related projects, there are all constructions were meant to be at 4RF principle. Collaborate with purpose. Let us move from debate to delivery, from provincial silos to shared solutions. Luckily, all four chief secretaries are, I'm told, I have been invited for this session, great session. And with the wisdom of Professor Nasir Iqbal Sahab, after I leave, I will be looking forward to the outcome and the recommendations and the solutions they will propose, inshallah. In conclusion, I would say the Udan vision, a federation's flight, and the captain is sitting here, is not just a federal vision. It is national drive for progress, rooted in data, innovation, and collaboration. It works when provinces take ownership, tailor solutions, and lend transformation. Udan succeeds when every province rises, when no one is left behind. In conclusion, let me say, with both a hope and a challenge, let this not be just another event which we all are attending. Let it be the moment we choose to act, and act boldly, collaboratively, and with conviction. Because when Pakistan takes flight, every province must lift, every citizen must rise. A smarter, stronger, more inclusive Pakistan cannot be imagined from one office. It must be built in every street, every school, every clinic, and every farm, and every hook and corner of this country. So, I would say to you, let us listen what the great leaders would be deliberating after I leave, and let Allah give them wisdom and foresight to prepare a plan upon acting on which Pakistan actually achieves the great objectives which Udan Pakistan has set for itself and for Pakistan, which is steered under the leadership of the Prime Minister by Professor Nasir Iqbal Sahab. Together, I would say, last words, let us lift Udan Pakistan from vision to delivery and ultimate victory, inshallah. Pakistan Zindabad. God bless you all.